Raquel here, 33 years old, tuning in from New York City. At the end of 2020, beginning of 2021, I started to deal with some pretty unpleasant symptoms that I did not know what they were stemming from. I had some digestive issues, which I actually had dealt with for years, but had gotten progressively worse. I had really terrible, drawn out, painful menstrual cycles. My hormones felt out of whack. I was emotional all the time for no reason, very exhausted and lethargic, and just not knowing what it was coming from, because I was a fitness trainer and I was expected to have a ton of energy, which I did at one point, but over time it became unbearable. So I finally went to a doctor after the last straw, which was breaking out in a pretty severe rash on my face, which you can still kind of see some of the scarring. And this first doctor just basically told me basic food allergies that I had and sent me on my way. Wasn't really much help. So I went to a nutritionist who ran a food sensitivity test, and it turned out that I had a ton of food sensitivities. And the part of the test that tests Candida came up severe. This nutritionist gave me a very basic cookie cutter, don't eat sugar type of diet and sent me on my way. It helped a little bit, but it wasn't enough. And I did my research and came across Candida Remove, Candida Restore, all of these amazing pills. And I started taking it in July of 2021. It is now October 2021. I started with half a pill, and I will say with just that half a pill, I felt my digestion immediately improve within the next morning. Found the Candida diet and started following it to a T. No alcohol, because the doctor said one little sip of alcohol, can set you back a lot. No alcohol, no caffeine, cut back on certain carbs. I also follow the YouTube channel of the Candida recipes, and it's been a great help. Not only am I no longer as lethargic, do I have a regular menstrual cycle, but I have lost 25 pounds in rectifying this Candida issue and eating according to the Candida diet. I have slowly now started to add certain foods back in, but still no coffee or caffeine. And it has been a tremendous help. Like I said, I started with half a pill because I can be very sensitive. I followed the instructors. I went for a week on half a pill, then I slowly upped it to one pill, then a pill and a half, then 2 pills. I found that 3 pills was a little too much for me, and I have been on 2 pills for breakfast and lunch for the last several months. And I plan on keeping this up for a solid 6 months or so, and then tapering off or cutting down to 1 pill. But I can't thank you guys enough for these pills. They have been amazing. They have been life-changing. I can eat foods now without having digestive issues, which I think is pretty amazing if you knew what I've been through when it came to eating foods and getting sick all the time. So thank you so much. This is my testimonial. I hope it convinces somebody else to get the pills, to just do the work. It may be difficult to cut out certain things that you love to eat and drink every day, but I promise you, the way you feel and the way that you're meant to feel will be worth the sacrifice.